Wow, welcome to this week's video. This morning we've had a little bit of a change of plan. So we're on the Isle of Skye this week. It's our second day and the forecast for sunrise this morning looked spectacular. We were quite late last night to bed because there was a Northern Lights aurora forecast and we were in and out of our little cottage just keeping an eye on it. Nothing to sing and dance about, but it was nice to see the aurora. So anyway, we set an alarm this morning for about 5:45, got up, and this is what we've got. Now, the plan was to go to Staffin Bay, but as we drove past Staffin Bay, it was quite gloomy, no definition whatsoever in the sky. But in the distance, you could see all these layers of cloud that were already catching. So as we drove past the quarrying, we were like, do we, don't we? Should we, shouldn't we? So we've been to Skye 12 times maybe. And you keep going back to the same places, which in our last video, we said helps you to improve from a compositional point of view and also from a conditions point of view. This week we're trying to, as much as possible, not shoot the iconic. So this, where we are, is actually Kilt Rock viewpoint and everybody heads over that way towards Kilt Rock. We've come this way and it's absolutely glorious. What we've got is this cliff edge out to sea, and we've then got some layering of the mountains with that incredible pink, blue layered sky. It's just superb. Beautiful. Now what I've done is I've put the 70 to 200 on to really try and zoom into those distant mountains with that beautiful sky. The first shot that I took was blurry and I couldn't, with me half asleep head on, understand why. And it was because I still had my vibration reduction set to on. And when you put the camera on the tripod, that works against itself. So you've got to turn that off to make sure that the images are sharp. So after 2 shots, I realised that that's what it were. So that pink colour in the sky is getting quite strong. So I'm going to carry on and take some shots, and it's probably just going to be a real quick video this morning just to show you where we are, what we're doing. There's a little bird there which, oh, missed it, and we'll show you the images. So the beautiful pink colour that we had has now gone, and we've driven, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes down the road, and we've come back to this viewpoint where you can see right down the valley there to the Cooling Mountains. Yesterday we had a little bit of snow covering on Sligichan, so we headed down there yesterday and it was lovely, but it was absolutely terrible with the weather. So anyway, we've headed back to this little shot, and what we was hoping is as the sun rises that it would cast some light across. At the moment it's not doing that, and the shot almost looks black and white because the colour's gone. The mountains are still in silhouette, and we've just got a little patch of light blue above them. But I've taken the shot on f/16 1/3 of a second at ISO 64, no filters, and it is quite nice. I think I am actually on 200mm just to really try and emphasise those mountains. And then we're going to head down actually to Sligichan and see if we can photograph the mountain with the snow on with a little bit of light. We've made it down to Sligichan, and as you can see there is a little bit of a dusting of snow on the tops, which is just beautiful. So we started walking up and this little scene here caught my eye, and I think it's because of the force of the water cascading over these rocks leading up to the cooler mountains there. What I had in my head was, wow, that'll make a fantastic foreground. I need to try and get as close to that as I can. So walk down these rocks here and try to frame up a shot, but it's absolutely sketchy as anything. So the rocks are wet underfoot. I was struggling to even place my tripod. I couldn't really get myself in position, and then because the sun is literally in the side of your eye, I couldn't even see my screen on the camera to even compose the image. So I've sort of given that up as a bad job. I think I did take 2 shots, which I'll put up for you and let you have a look. But I couldn't even see around the edges at the bottom of the screen to see if I had anything creeping in that I didn't want. It just wasn't right. So even though it looks fantastic, it wasn't the best. But like I say, I'll put the shots up, let you have a look. We're going to carry on and see if we can find a safer place to shoot.
So it was at this point it all went downhill, as I was also getting in a precarious position with the vlogging camera. I placed the tripod down, I let go in the wind, and both the camera and the tripod went crashing into the river.
Yeah, so before the camera went in the river, it hit me on the back, and it's probably a good job because I think the lens would have smashed hadn't it have done. So at that point we just decided to get back and try and dry the camera out the best that we could, and the microphone. The microphone is working thankfully, but this morning the camera will turn on, but that's as much as it will do. It won't record, it won't do anything else. It's been sitting overnight on top of the radiator trying to dry out. So thankfully we brought a 750 with us, which we're recording on now. So hopefully this week we can still get out and show you where we're going, what we're doing, and improvise a bit with the camera. In terms of the images yesterday, really pleased with the morning ones. They were lovely. Yeah. The blues with the pinks in that image was just fantastic. Sligichan was all right. Was it worth wrecking the vlogging camera for? No. The image I was least disappointed with, or the most disappointed rather, was the image looking down towards the cooling mountains down the valley there. We were hoping that the light would catch and it didn't. But it just goes to show that things don't always turn out to plan. And they certainly didn't yesterday. So thanks for watching this week's video. Hopefully we'll see you next week as well from Skye. Take care. Adios.